So the campaign spokesperson for the Republican congressional candidate, Martha McSally, we talked a little bit about this yesterday, is out after he reportedly offered campaign advice to a staffer of Democrat Ron Barber. The unsolicited advice apparently jotted down on a business card, which I've now seen photos of. Boy, this whole thing was ugly. Provided tips to the staffer on defeating Republican Jesse Kelly. Now, this was in the waning days of the election. I don't know what they were trying to accomplish, except for the fact that it does go to show that the thought that this race was much closer than it was, based off of the polls that most everybody's seen, everybody thought that. Which that still raises an eyebrow for me. Everybody thought, even down to the point where it appears that Sam Stone was willing to put this out there to the Barber campaign at the last minute to try to help him win, and then Jesse Kelly was beat so handily in the election, that raises an eyebrow to me. And I'm not going towards corruption. I'm more leaning towards people didn't want to say during the polls how they were going to vote because of the whole former Congresswoman Giffords issue. I think a majority of people that went out and voted, and I know that they've shown some of the makeup of the election and how Jesse Kelly's support wasn't all in one section. It eroded in several different sections. I don't think it eroded. It's not to say people didn't vote for Barber. What it is to say is that a bunch of people decided this election they were going to vote on their emotions and throw a vote in there for Congresswoman Giffords rather than for the right person to select the seat because it was such a short seat. And again, people aren't paying attention. People aren't thinking in terms of CD2. You are, I was, as you should be, because it's going to be very hard for Ron Barber to be beat now because he is going to be the incumbent in a closer district in terms of the Republican and Democrat makeup. But given the fact that everybody, including Sam Stone, who stuck his neck out there and then ended up paying the price for it, thought this race was going to be closer by like 3%. That's what it said on the card. You know, you're down by 3. This is what you can do. I think it just goes to show that there was a lot of emotion at play when people head into the booths when they cast their vote, and they kind of just said, you know what, Giffords, Bink. Might even been closure for a lot of people who were still wrestling with what happened on January 8th. Sam Stone decided to step down as communications director to do what's best for McSally, according to her campaign manager, Christian Morgan. McSally's campaign issued a Tuesday press release announcing the resignation, thanking Stone for helping to launch her campaign during the CDA primary. Problems began for Stone after Barber's campaign revealed this week that Stone had approached the Barber aide June 7th at the University of Arizona at the Bio 5 conference, offered advice on how to beat Kelly, whom Barber defeated in the CD8 race. Stone reportedly handed the staffer a business card with a handwritten note. On the back, the note says the Republican polling showed Barber was down 3%, and the only room to move was social issues, abortion. The note suggested to target independents, Republican women. And I actually saw a picture of it. It was a whole sad situation. Because even James T. Harris, and I took some heat for it as well, when we were hearing rumblings of this from numerous sources about what was going on, people were giving us grief on it. And then even when they said the card was handed out, it was allegedly said there was nothing jotted on the back. And then, oh, look, here's a card with stuff written on the back. And, oh, yeah, okay. I guess I forgot I did that. Oopsie.